I believe that if students are struggling, the first place they should be is in a music classroom. Because you have a connection with an instrument, you have a connection with your creative mind.
When you are dealing with an instrument, you are not anymore alone. It's a dialogue. As much as you invest into an instrument, you get out of it.
I prefer to play with other people because you kind of feel a connection with them, and it's really fun. It's kind of like having a conversation.
I sing in choir because it makes me feel happy. Singing in choir means friendship and happiness for me. I think I'll probably feel happier doing my schoolwork after rehearsal.
We've been able to show that music training does in fact change. It does influence the development of children, and in a positive way.
This film is presenting a concept of a scientific study called From Bullet to Fiddle, posing the question, music making in every classroom, what could happen? The purpose of the study is to find out what could happen with the entire society if all children in our schools would obtain music education from day one in preschool all through the school period up till the last day in high school. The study will need a few small-sized communities in a few different countries, communities with varied socioeconomic conditions. We'll ask these communities to offer every child in their community music education with professional, dedicated music pedagogues every day on a mandatory basis. We'll engage scientists from a variety of fields such as pedagogy, psychology, medicine, criminology, and economy. We'll ask them to follow, to observe, to evaluate, and to present a holistic perspective of what it could mean for the entire society if every child conquers the language of music. Involving scientists and giving the study a scientific dimension is crucial in order to build credibility. Credibility in its turn is a necessity in order to build economy for paying for the study and for supporting involved pilot communities. Scientists have for decades made research about how the brain of a child reacts to music, how it develops, and also following what happens in schools where music is part of the daily school curriculum. What happens to study results, to the school atmosphere, to the personal development of children.
And we have found that the musically trained individuals do better in tasks that require attention. So they have better skills in maintaining attention and focus. They have better skills in shifting focus, so this kind of cognitive flexibility. And they have better skills in kind of impulse control.
Between August 31st and September 3rd, year 2000. We had a 4-day festival and conference at Nalen in Stockholm.
One of the leading speakers, of course, was Maria Spychiger, who is a Swiss professor of education. And they've done a very famous experiment in Switzerland where they collaborated with the 52 classes in Switzerland. And they were randomly allocated, 26 of them, to extra music teaching, and the other one to be a comparison sample to be followed at the same time with the same methods. It turns out that one of the major effects when they followed these classes was that the togetherness, the climate, the social climate of the classes developed much more nicely in the music classes than in the other classes. In the music classes they had a little less language and mathematics teaching, but it turns out that they were just performing as well as the other group, and even better from some points of view. So the climate for teaching was probably improved enormously by this extra music teaching.
Since 1990, that's 33 years from now, I've been visiting schools in the US, in several countries in Europe. I've been making small film documentaries, interviewing children, parents, classroom teachers, music teachers, and school principals, even some politicians.
Det här med att musicera på skolan som vi gör nu med de som kanske aldrig annars skulle möta musiken, det påverkar skolan ganska mycket, skulle jag vilja säga.
Är man kompis med sin kropp, oavsett om det gäller dans, sångrösten, ett instrumentspel, ett uttryck, en personlig gestaltning, så stärker det individen och identitetsutvecklingen på ett väldigt bra sätt.
Jag tycker musiken är ganska nödvändigt, för det som muntrar upp en, man blir mycket gladare och får som arbetslust i alla ämnen.
To study music helps in every level. It helps in concentration, it helps memorizing things, it helps you work with groups, it helps you to listen others.
I was amazed by the special atmosphere in this school. I found that those children are kind of more creative, more balanced, more calm, more reflective.
The arts are that avenue through which people, no matter their differences of opinion, their differences in socioeconomic status or race or ethnicity or languages, they unite and come together through the arts.
Music is valuable for its own sake and in its own right, and gives children the opportunity to find a part of themselves that it doesn't come out through other subjects.
I think the world would be a better place if this system would take every child.
Could daily music making in many classrooms become a counterforce to violence, to crime, to drug abuse, to shootings, to explosions? Could music heal young people with mental illness? Could music compensate for children that comes from problematic families? Could music involving many children in our schools reduce costs that today goes for fighting criminality? Why music? Isn't every art form important in building minds? Certainly. But music has one unique dimension. You can make music alone in your chamber, or together with 2, 5, 10, 30, 100, or even thousands of people. That way, music can be a door opener for all other art forms. Music is a formidable tool in training abilities to express emotions. I call it training EI, emotional intelligence.
Most of the time when students act out, in my opinion, or struggle with things in their daily lives, it's because they don't have an outlet for their emotions. And music can provide the ultimate outlet for their emotions.
Sometimes you get sad if it's a sad song, and sometimes you get happy sad, like singing is, you can sing your feelings sometimes.
Our schools today prioritize theoretical subjects. We are more and more developing a dependence upon digital techniques The latest phenomena being AI, artificial intelligence. We need to balance that with training these abilities that we have to express emotions. Doing that is a way of getting to know who we are, to build identity, build self-confidence, to build self-respect, something that is essential in order to be able to respect the entire world.
I'm sure that if this kind of schools would be everywhere, there would be no wars.
For children, only the best is good enough.
Our orchestra and the band and choir, we are a family. We look after one another, we support each other, and I really believe in that. It's become like a second family to me. I've made friends that will probably be my friends for my life.